The following is an Outdoor Channel original production.
This week on Wardens, Michigan conservation officers in District 3 take viewers along during the busy elk season in the only area of the state where the majestic species resides. A D3 CO also works during the busy firearm deer season.
Shotgun was loaded, went right in the chamber. I would have been pretty pissed off if that shot me right in the stomach when I was pulling it out.
And a look at a unique 1-acre park in the state's Upper Peninsula.
Wild animals and wild places. They're more than a picture. They're inspiration, excitement, and adventure. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of our great outdoors.
The state of Michigan has an elk herd that usually totals around 800 to 1,000 animals. Department of Natural Resources officials aim to keep the herd at this level and keep their range in a specific region of the state. Today's herd is the result of 7 elk that were brought to the Northern Lower Peninsula from the western United States. For hunters that obtain a license to hunt elk, it's like winning a lottery ticket. Most years, there are more than 45,000 applicants for less than 200 tags. In the state's District 3, Conservation Officer Dan Listenfeldt is working before first light during the last week of August. While he's on his way where he expects to find elk hunters, he notices an issue with the truck that's going down the road.
Hello, Conservation Officer, how are you?
Hey, good, how are you?
Good, you know I'm stopping you?
Probably my light bar?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yep, can't have it on going down the road and you flash me with it when I came over the hill there, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, where are you coming from this morning?
Work.
Oh, okay.
Going home.
Just going home. Okay, where do you work at? Okay.
Lewiston.
Okay, where do you live?
On
Okay, all right. You got your driver's license and stuff
Yeah.
on you? Okay. Not out looking for elk or anything this morning?
Nope,
No?
I'm going home. I'm
Okay.
going to bed.
All right, just stand by for a second, okay?
All right.
After confirming this driver's information and not finding any warrants or other issues, CO Listenfeldt releases him.
Okay, here you go. You're all set. All right.
Thank you.
Go get some sleep. Have a good night. Morning. Yep.
Later that morning, Officer Listenfeldt goes to check on a successful elk hunter.
How's it going?
How's it going, sir?
Good morning.
Morning. Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you? Who's Hunter?
Me.
Congratulations, Dan.
Dan,
Yep. Nice to meet you.
I'm Hunter Dan. How's it going?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
How many were with it?
One bull and I think either 3 or 4 other cows.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, maybe more
We
than
didn't.
that.
We just saw one cow,
Oh, okay.
and we started in, and
was bedded
with
down
these
in the
rolling
field.
hills, they were down in the hills.
Okay.
The bull was bedded.
Right. Nice bull.
Yeah, shooter.
Yeah. Awesome.
Shooter bull.
Very cool. You just shot the one time?
Twice.
2 shots?
He shot
One
twice.
right here, and then if you flip her over.
She was coming this way. He shot, and then she was leaving. I told him put another one in her.
Okay. Yeah, you guys
You're
I think are
behind.
the only second elk down or
Anyway,
third elk
really.
down or something like that. Yeah, 2 or 3.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of a slow,
Yeah, it all happened very quick, I can tell you that.
kind of a slower morning.
While the elk season is unique to CO Listenfeldt's district, deer hunting is not. Later in the year, he is working during the first weekend of Michigan's busy firearm season. He notices a motor vehicle with a minor issue that he'd like to discuss with the driver.
See that his right side license plate light isn't working? Hello, how are you?
Hi guys.
Good. Reason I'm stopping you, not that big of a deal, but your back left license plate light,
Yeah.
okay, it's like facing straight out. Okay, it's not facing the license plate.
That's probably the one that was all decked up at home.
Probably,
Oh,
yeah.
is the thing gone?
No, it's just, you can just stay right here, I'll explain it to you, but it's just, yeah, it's like the cap's gone, so it's just the bulb, okay, and so it's got to be
Right, fell
covered
off.
by the license plate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. So you got your driver's license on, you know? Okay. You guys coming to from
Going
Blinds?
to camp.
Going to camp, okay.
Going to camp.
You guys out this morning?
No.
No? Okay, where are you coming from?
Atlanta. We just ran to town.
Gotcha, all right. All right, you guys got guns in the truck?
I do.
Okay.
Back there.
Are they cased and unloaded and all that? Mind if I take a look?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. this your guys' first weekend up then?
No, I've been up here for 10 days.
Okay. No luck at all?
No.
Okay. So you guys been seeing anything? Just not taking anything?
I've seen those.
Okay. Sure. All right, you're all set.
Thanks,
so,
bud.
Yep, just be
Appreciate
safe.
it.
Try to get that.
Thanks for doing your job.
Yeah,
I appreciate you
Yep,
guys.
no problem. Just try to get that cap down when you can,
will.
okay?
Thanks.
All right, take care.
The next day, CO Listenfelds is still monitoring his area and stops to chat with the occupants of a pickup truck.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, guys. Seen anything this morning?
There's a bunch of turkeys right there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just around the corner there.
Okay, gotcha. All right, where you guys?
You, Dan?
I am.
I got a place over Hunt Creek. You checked me a year ago over at Grass Lake.
Oh, okay. Fishing?
I had the pontoon boat that loaded real easy. Remember that?
That little mini one?
Yeah.
No, okay, I remember. That's
Yeah.
cool. Nice. Very cool. Yeah. You guys got guns in the truck?
Yeah.
Okay. You mind just show me that's unloaded?
Yep.
Okay.
Here,
All
let
right.
me get out.
Okay. Just so you know, it's got to be completely zipped up. That's not considered cased because you can just grab it right then and pull it out, okay?
Each of Michigan's 83 counties has white-tailed deer that may be hunted by both residents and non-residents. This is not the case for the state's elk herd. Elk licenses are only issued to Michigan residents, and elk only live in the state's District 3. Where Michigan Conservation Officer Nick Torski is checking on hunters during the early portion of the state's elk season.
That goes with the head when the head gets turned in. So, sounds like you guys had a good time. If you don't like going to the dentist, you might want to step away because some people don't like the sound. I'm a biologist at heart. That's my background, and so I have a genuine interest in collecting that data and just the overall health of the elk herd and what we're trying to accomplish from a management standpoint. So I just like interacting with the hunters. It's a good time of year. This is a chance of a lifetime for most people. Some people have killed elk in other states, but most of these Michigan hunters, this is their first interaction with elk, and it's pretty neat to talk to them about their experiences.
This is day 11. I've been down here from the beginning of this stuff, and now that I finally shot this thing, I've been fighting the flu for the whole week, and I don't know, it finally happened. But this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You can't go home. Yeah, so, oh yeah, I'm pretty happy about this.
How many years have you been putting in for this?
28.
You're all set? Yep, it's sealed. I got the tooth. You don't have to call or anything like that. We're good. Unless you open her up and something is abnormal, then give a call. But other than that, we're good. So a check entails sealing that animal and collecting biological data and data from the hunt as far as number of animals seen and areas hunted and those sorts of things. So we're able to collect that information from him, and while we were doing that, 15-year-old local kid that I happen to know and I'm really happy for was able to harvest his cow after the same thing, lots of hunting. Good morning. It is a good morning, isn't it?
No, it doesn't.
Nick.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's exciting,
You did
huh?
a hell of a job to shoot. I'm real proud of that kid.
Lucas, I'm so happy for you, man.
Thank you.
That's really cool. Good job.
Excited.
Yes, you should be. You done shaking yet?
Yeah. Maybe.
A little bit, almost there, almost there. Awesome, awesome job. You earned it, right? You hunted hard.
Early mornings, late nights.
Yeah.
Homecoming last night.
Yep.
Were you starting to think that you just weren't going to get one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except for this morning.
Yeah. This morning we got here, I kind of felt it.
Good. That's awesome.
Saw a lot of critters though. Saw a lot of bulls.
We got
Congratulations to you too, Dad.
We're over there. There's a 2-track over there behind that little stretch of woods. Came through here to the airfield. Right up, there's a little hill right there with a little bit of a valley. Came through the edge of the woods right there and stepped over that little hill, and there's about 30 cows standing here. And so came over, we had to sort them out. There's 2 hunters, me and another guy. I sorted one out to the far right. I shot once, I hit her, she ran over here, and I shot twice. I think I hit her all 3 times. The 3rd shot finally knocked her down.
Even though he's working and checking to make sure everyone is abiding by the rules, it's refreshing for Officer Torski when he encounters a successful hunter with whom he already has a positive relationship.
It's a family I've known for 10 years probably. I know the kids well. I know they're good kids. I know that the people he was with are good and ethical hunters, and that really made my day to see that he's been successful. I could hear the thwack. Oh yeah, and I thought it was to the east, but it was probably you guys. Yeah, that was cool. You know how hard he's worked, and some of the heartbreak he's had with having an opportunity on a cow that just didn't give him the right shot, and seeing lots and lots of bulls when all he has is a cow tag.
I was excited that the hunt was finally over, that all my time has finally paid off.
I know the roller coaster of emotion that he's been through, and I'm happy it paid off for him. Trust me when I say that when you think about this down the road, you'll be glad you didn't kill on the first day. Think about all the time you got to spend in the woods with your family. That's pretty cool.
Holy hell, that's a beauty!
Oh, God, yeah!
A 1-acre DNR pocket park is located within the confines of the Upper Peninsula State Fairgrounds and is open seasonably. It features a fishing pond as well as ranges for archery and pellet guns.
Okay, I want you to look right on that red dot there.
It caters particularly to children.
I got my first fish!
Want to touch them? Want to grab them?
The Pocket Park is part of the fairgrounds, but the DNR operates the Pocket Park. And I have been involved with the Pocket Park, for the last 10, 11 years. One of the biggest secrets is that nobody knows we're open all summer long. People in the community think that we're only open during Fair Week. So come on out, enjoy the grounds, come catch fish, use the pellet range, the archery range, or just come here and have lunch one day. We're staffed Monday through Friday, typically 9 to 5.
One weekend when the Pocket Park is usually very busy is during the state's free fishing weekend each June.
Fishing at the Wild Outdoor Fishing Day, and
it's Kids Fishing Day every June. There is a bunch of activities here. There's trapping, there's pellet guns, archery, there's a fish pond, and it's just been a great time out here today.
We operate strictly on community volunteers. So if anybody is looking for a volunteer opportunity, Fair Week is where we will need you.
Volunteering today for the Kids Fishing Day here at the Pocket Park. We got the archery range, and we got the pellet gun range, and the fish pond, and there's face painting and all kinds of stuff going on. But it's a good time. Kids from 6 years old to 16, and everybody's having a good time. So we're glad to be here to help out.
So I usually work Elder County, but I'm working the fur exhibit at the Pocket Park. I'm here teaching kids about furs and the different types of scats that different animals put down in the woods so they can better identify animals and what might be in the woods that they don't see.
I was fishing, and then Tilton, my papa, helped me fish for my first time here.
Michigan Conservation Officer Dan Listenfelds is working during the opening weekend of the state's firearm deer season. He's encountered a man who has a rifle in his vehicle that was not properly cased when CO Listenfelds stopped to chat with him.
Just so you know, it's got to be completely zipped up. That's not considered cased, because you can just grab it right then and pull it out, okay?
I got my buddy's gun in here.
Okay. You want to just slide show me it's unloaded there?
Yeah.
You don't got to, here, I'll come over. Okay, all right. Appreciate it, thanks. You got your ID on you? No?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, thank you, appreciate it. You got your hunting license too?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you guys just driving around, or?
No, we just came out of the woods right
Okay.
there at that oil site.
Okay, you got a deer license? These are your fishing licenses here. You understand why it's a concern for me when you're driving around with a gun right next to you that's not zipped up?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Just stand by for a second, okay? Go ahead and zip that up or throw it, throw it in the back and all that. So. All right, cool. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
So where are you guys hunting at?
Just around the corner in that oil site right there.
Oil site? Okay.
Yeah.
You guys got a blind in there or just?
No.
Just Okay.
Just walked in there and sit down.
Okay, all right.
Sharing.
Gotcha. All right. Do you have orange at all with you?
Yeah, orange hat. This is my jacket.
Okay. Did you have it on when you were hunting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Passenger wasn't wearing his seatbelt either. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and write him the uncased ticket and just give him a warning on the seatbelt violation. Just driving around, you know, windows down, uncased rifle next to you. It doesn't look very good, so.
In this case, for having a rifle that was not properly cased in a motor vehicle, this man pled guilty and paid a court-ordered fine of $275.
You understand everything, and why and all that? Okay. All right, you're all set? Okay. Yeah.
I feel like I know you. I apologize.
Oh, that's all right. It's, I mean, you know, it's,
I didn't realize it was uncased, but.
You know, I mean, you understand what.
Oh, I understand.
You know,
Sure.
okay,
Absolutely.
so.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yep.
While he's on patrol, like all Michigan conservation officers, CO Listenfelds is constantly observing his surroundings. While driving in his county, he sees some deer hanging from a tree at a hunting camp. He stops by to make sure they were all legally taken.
Hopefully that generator's loud enough they don't even know we're here. You guys did pretty good. Were they all taken basically right here?
Well, I don't know where these guys were hunting. I think they were down a ways.
Okay. Oh, I just meant in this general part. Yeah, that's cool. 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 Well, congratulations. Just enjoy your camp.
Thank you.
Yep.
The next day, Officer Listenfelds is still working and monitoring deer hunters. He's part of a group patrol that includes other conservation officers as well as troopers from the Michigan State Police. He's gotten word from another officer of a truck that's exceeding the speed limit. As one of the chase vehicles, he begins to follow the red truck to conduct a traffic stop.
Hello, how are you?
How we doing, boss?
The reason I'm stopping you, you guys clocked at 63. It's 55 miles an hour here.
Oh, I thought it was 65.
Nope. And then your cracked windshield there, okay. You got your driver's license on you? You guys from Missouri?
I just moved up here not too long ago.
Okay, how long have you lived here for?
July.
Okay, so you're a resident now?
I am
here?
now,
Okay,
yes.
all right. You got your ID on you too?
Yes, I also have a CPL.
Okay, is it on you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Cool, there's that back. Any other guns besides the CPL in the truck?
Just my rifle.
Okay, mind if I take a look at it, make sure it's cased up and unloaded and all that?
Do what now?
Mind if I look at your rifle, make sure it's cased up and unloaded?
It's not cased up, it's unloaded.
Okay, it's got to be in a case.
Michigan Conservation Officer Dan Listenfelds is working on the opening weekend of the state's firearm deer season. He's pulled over a truck that was exceeding the speed limit. Upon contacting the driver, CO Listenfelds discovered that the man has 2 firearms in his vehicle. Neither of them is in a case, which is a violation.
You got to have a case when you're transporting, okay?
I did not realize. It is unloaded, doesn't even have the mag in it.
Okay, all right. Just these and then your CPL, your pistol you got on you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna step over to that side, okay? I'm gonna pull the gun out for a second. That's somebody else's tag on it too. Okay, whose deer tag is it?
That was my sister.
You shot the deer?
She did.
Okay, why do you have it?
Because she's still hunting, and I'm headed back to Charlotte where we all live. And so she put her tag on, her and her husband are stuff on there.
Okay, so I'm gonna call her and she's gonna tell me that she shot it?
Absolutely.
You didn't use her tag?
No.
All right, do you have deer licenses? All right, mind if I see those?
Yeah.
You got a picture of her with it? That'd be cool. Okay. All right, cool. So the doe that's in the back of the truck, the deer tag on it doesn't belong to either of the people in the truck. It says his sister shot it. It's gonna have the same last name as one of them. Pictures on the phone said she shot it. They said that they're just taking it back downstate for her. She doesn't have a truck. Pretty sure they're telling the truth on that. There's an uncased shotgun in the back seat though, so they'll be getting a ticket for that and then a warning on the speed issue for the reason for the stop. Both guns are yours?
Yeah, mine.
Okay, you don't have a gun in the truck at all? Just the pistol? All right. Okay. All right, I just gotta take them back to the truck for a second, okay? I'm not taking your guns or anything, so don't worry about that, okay? All right. That changes. Shotgun was loaded, went right in the chamber.
Was it really?
Yep.
I did that kind of last week.
Oh. I would have been pretty pissed off if that shot me right in the stomach when I was pulling it out, all right? I'm still not taking your gun, all right?
I appreciate that.
You're not out here road hunting or anything, but that's okay.
In this case, for having a firearm in his vehicle that was loaded and uncased, this man pled guilty and paid a court-ordered fine of $275.
So you understand everything, okay? Okay. It's one thing to have a uncased gun. It's another thing to have it loaded in the truck, okay? Hit a big bump, you know, things happen, okay? All right. So I wrote you a ticket for transport loaded uncased firearm, like I said, okay? I'm giving you a warning on the speed for why I stopped you, all right? You have 10 days to contact Montmorency County Court by this phone number right here, okay? You don't have to take care of it in 10 days. Just contact them, let them know you're aware of the ticket.
The following is an Outdoor Channel original production.
This week on Wardens, Michigan conservation officers in the eastern half of the state's Upper Peninsula patrol ice anglers in January and February.
Oh, you guys did get fish now.
And a look at some of the training officers receive to help them track individuals, whether they're potential suspects or individuals in need of assistance.
Wild animals and wild places. They're more than a picture. They're inspiration, excitement, and adventure. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of our great outdoors.
Deer hunting usually brings the most people outside in Michigan when it comes to pursuing fish and game. People also may expend a lot of energy pursuing turkeys in the spring, and even bears or elk if they're lucky enough to draw a tag through the state's lottery system. During the frigid winter months, however, there are also some individuals who like to pursue various fish species via ice fishing. In the state's District 2, Officer Chris Lynch is on patrol during the last weekend of January on a busy day for fishing.
Just got set up.
Just got set up?
Yep.
You're all set with yours.
We see. Okay.
All right, good luck to you guys.
Thanks, eh?
Yep. No lines down or nothing?
No, I'm just setting up now.
All right. I'll take a peek at a license and maybe a loan for later.
Okay.
Thanks. Good luck to you. Well, guys, any luck yet, or?
We got a few small ones. Nothing huge.
How deep are you here?
28.
Okay. And you just got the 4 tip-ups right here in a line?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your date of birth? You guys get any fish yet? Oh, careful. No fish yet? Yeah. You guys just get out today then?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah, we got time yesterday.
You didn't get no fish yesterday? No keepers?
No. Trying to get walleye, man. Been getting little perches here and there and northern pike.
You marking anything on your graph there?
I lost one before. I don't know what it was. It snapped me off. I'm guessing it was a pike.
Okay. How many lines are in the water?
I got one. I got one, and then I switched back and forth with the pole.
Okay. No other tip-ups or ramrods out?
Oh, yeah, there's 2 more right there.
Okay. All right, guys.
And my buddy's right there. He went to the camper, but he'll be back.
Is he with you?
Yeah, he's with us too.
Where's your camper at?
We got sleeper shack. Way over there.
Where's way over there at?
On the other side of those guys.
Oh, how long has he been gone?
He's right over there to get some water.
Oh, how long's he been gone though?
How long has he been gone?
Yeah. Did he walk over there?
No, he took the four-wheeler.
Oh, he took a four-wheeler. All right.
And I got the old car.
All right.
I didn't even know about that.
Where's his stuff at?
That's stuff right here. Yeah.
All right, we just want to make sure his lines are being attended or they're reeled up if he's going to be taking off, okay? She did. Yep, he's all set. Nice fish for not having caught any. Any fish today?
Not today.
No? Huh. All you guys said you didn't catch fish, and I see he's got some.
That guy has, but
oh,
not us.
Okay, so there's no other fish?
Nope. C.O. Lynch has encountered a large fishing party that's somewhat spread out on the ice. After initially being told that they hadn't caught any fish, he's learned that they do have some in their possession. He wants to get to the bottom of this situation to see if more information is being kept from him.
Oh, I just wanted to ask again, maybe I asked it wrong or something. Did you guys, everybody told me they didn't catch fish. I walk over here, see fish. Is there any other fish like in the vehicle or?
Oh, no, just
or buried under the snow that I'm not seeing?
Yeah, they didn't catch the other one.
Oh, okay. I thought I asked you.
Yeah. Well, you didn't ask me about catching fish.
Oh. All right. See ya. And you guys said you had no fish in the vehicle here?
Nope. No fish.
Okay. I assume you got them all back at your shack then?
Yeah, some perch back there. Yeah.
Oh, you guys did get fish now?
Yeah.
Michigan's 250 conservation officers are thoroughly trained in general criminal law, as well as the rules they need to know to enforce fish and game laws. They spend much of the average workday in rural areas, observing and investigating their surroundings. They may be asked to respond to countless different scenarios. One thing they are taught to do is how to track people, whether it's someone who is suspected of wrongdoing or someone who may need assistance.
We're teaching tactical tracking. We have students from throughout the state that can apply for this training. Basically, we teach them how to track humans through the woods. We start out very slow with the students when they first get here. We teach them how to identify human tracks. We teach them how to look at other signs. We call it spoor. Basically, anything above the ground. Could be broken off twig, could be branches laid in a certain direction. Every team probably should have a pair of binoculars. So, okay. I mean, rear guard, we're looking for, playing cards.
Yeah.
So if that can jump you guys ahead. Go with your team number.
Team 3, 6 of diamonds, north up.
Clear. As you just heard, they'll continuously give me updates as to their location. For this scenario, we've put out playing cards, and when they find a playing card, they call us, tell us the location of that card and the direction of travel, and that way we can see the progress as these teams go through.
The instructors for this course have set up a situation in which the 4 teams of conservation officers are attempting to find a suspicious individual. There is also a motor vehicle that is part of the exercise.
Usually a deception technique is bad guy will come down and do a 90 or turn back in the opposite direction just to kind of throw them off track. If they're headed this way, a lot of times they'll miss it. They'll walk right past it, but they picked up on it.
Looks like there is one individual headed west into the woods. Sign appears fairly fresh at this point. There's a boot pattern, what looks like a Vibram sole.
CC is clear.
The training these officers are receiving during this 5-day course, which is called Tactical Tracking Operations School, provides them with skills that they'll utilize every day that they're in the field.
We use these techniques for finding lost people in the woods. We use them for follow-up on suspected criminals. We use them day to day in our job just to locate evidence of where someone's been and possibly decipher what they were doing at that particular location.
Michigan Conservation Officer Chris Lynch is checking on ice anglers during the last weekend in January. He's encountered some fishermen who initially told him that no one in their party had any fish. Then he learns that some of them do. He wants to investigate further.
And you guys said you had no fish in the vehicle here?
Nope, no fish.
Okay. I assume you got them all back at your shack then?
Yeah, some perch back there. Yeah.
Oh, you guys did get fish now?
Yeah. No, like those guys over there got fish. We didn't get any fish over here. Though.
So is there more members of your group?
Yeah, they're all over there. The rest of the guys are over there in the camper, way over there.
Are they fishing?
Yeah, they're fishing too.
Hey, I think. Again? Yeah, I had a question.
Okay.
How many are you in here? Two? One?
One.
I was talking with your buddies and asking about fish. If you guys got any fish, and they were telling me no, and then I find out you guys have a bunch of fish.
Oh, we just got perch.
Where are those at?
Right there, on a bucket. In a bucket.
In the bucket?
Yeah.
Now, when were these caught?
Last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys cut any fish up?
No.
No?
Nope.
Is there a freezer in here or anything?
Nope, nothing.
You mind if I come in and look?
Yeah,
Can look in here?
Yeah, you can look in there.
Okay.
Nothing but meat and food.
Nope, it's just a little odd when I ask if anyone caught fish, everybody tells me no, and then everybody all of a sudden tells me yes. That doesn't...
Yeah, we just caught those perch.
Doesn't look very good to me,
yeah.
So... Thank you.
Yep.
And then nothing in the bed of your truck or any coolers that are in your truck?
No.
Again, the only reason we're going through all this hassle is because
I know.
I don't know if there's like hiding fish on me, if if it just doesn't.
Yeah.
People remember if they're on a fishing trip that they caught fish.
You know what I understand that did they catch any walleye or whatever? You know.
That's what they said they're targeting, yeah, but. All right, you're all set.
While Officer Lynch is patrolling from an enclosed off-road vehicle, his partner, CO Bobby Watson, is working from a snowmobile. Although Officer Watson is not as protected from the elements as CO Lynch, he can get from place to place much more quickly. CO Watson has encountered a fisherman who does not have a Michigan fishing license.
He gave me his Wisconsin license because he thought this is boundary waters.
You thought this was boundary waters?
Yeah.
Really?
I just kind of laughed. Like, yeah.
No? Okay.
A little ways away from that.
So he just doesn't have a license, basically?
No license, yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to check his purchase history and everything.
Okay. How many lines did they have down the side?
I was wondering. They each had 2 in there.
They had 2 in there?
Yeah.
How many people are in there?
1, 2, 3. I think they each had 2.
How many? 2 guys in there?
Yeah. 211.
Was asking, I think, how many lines did you have down out here?
I have 1, 2, and 3.
2,
3, and I had one in there, and I pulled it out.
Okay.
So I had 4.
There's 3 tip-ups out here then total?
Yep. Two are mine, and I had 2 in here, so I had 4. And he's got that 1 tip-up and these 2 lines.
Okay. All right. You understand it's 3, obviously, right?
I do.
Okay.
Michigan Conservation Officers Chris Lynch and Bobby Watson are working during the last weekend of January and are patrolling ice anglers. They're operating their off-road vehicles on the ice and encountering a wide array of vehicles and fishing tools on the ice. They're very confident that the ice is safe. Roughly a year earlier, but a few weeks later in the season, Officer Pat Hartzig was also checking on ice anglers in the state's District 2. As he started his patrol, CO Hartzig wanted to check the ice conditions in his area.
The ice deteriorates on the top, so why there's all that water on top is the snow melted off.
There's still good ice in the bottom, and then you just get a puddle of water on top, and there's still probably decent ice. I mean, I split out there and it was fine. But Greg just said 4 trucks went through right up in there on Sunday. So truck season's done. It's probably the most popular access. The shacks here now are, I mean, in the UP, they're supposed to be removed by March 31st, midnight by then. So, and then the reason why everyone's got all their names and stuff. So if someone does leave it out there, you know who it is. But everyone, after the warm up, everyone got pretty nervous and pulled them off. So they don't want to get frozen in the slush, which is why they did it.
Although some of the ice around him is slushy and many of the ice anglers in the area have removed their ice shanties from the ice, Officer Hartzig does find some areas that are safe and are being fished by anglers.
Right, that's your sport card, good. 24 as of, yep, you're good to go. All right. You with these guys over here, too? You guys all together? Yeah. All right, there you go, get them. That's a walleye, too. Are those the marks you've been getting and then nothing?
Well, I wasn't really paying attention to that one, so yeah, I'm not going to blame that.
All right, well, I'll let you get back at it then. Well, just point out the tip-ups for me, guys. I know I see, I'm just counting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 over there. Oh, 1 there. Okay. Hey. Okay, good deal. Thanks, guys. Well, good luck. It's well, you guys need like 70 more of those and be good to go.
It's a nice perch.
No, it is.
Out here 4 days straight.
Switch over to perch now, then.
Yeah, seriously. A lot better than the walleye.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I can.
Well, I'm glad you guys got one.
Four lines.
4, 3.
Yeah, the guy had no license, so.
He was fishing with 4 lines too.
So.
Okay.
2 of these tip-ups are his, and then he's got 2 lines on him there.
That's what I thought.
His buddy's got 2 lines and 1 tip-up.
Yeah, there's 4 lines inside of the shack.
And 3 tip-ups, so your guy's got 4 lines now.
Officer Bobby Watson has encountered a fisherman who was fishing with too many lines in the water. He also does not have a fishing license, as he thought his Wisconsin fishing license was sufficient.
So we got 2 anglers, one essentially that's got no license. He figured he was in boundary waters. He's over an hour away from any boundary waters. He also had 4 lines down. My partner seen 4 lines in here, 3 tip-ups out here, 2 anglers, so obviously that put one of them over, too many lines. He admitted and was pulling it up as I was re-interviewing him, so it was kind of pretty cut and dry at that point.
In this case, for fishing without a license, this man paid a court-ordered fine of $230.
I will buy one right now on my phone. So
yeah, so yeah, buy your license, 3 lines. I mean,
yes.
Look up the regs here in Michigan if you need to, but.
So where is the boundary water?
Boundary waters is
Menominee River is basically the closest.
Yeah, it's the river in between the states.
You're about over an hour away, essentially.
Menominee River?
That's the closest one that, you know.
Okay.
There's other ones farther to the western UP you get. Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Where'd the vehicle go that was just here?
He's going to pick up his kid, and then he's coming right back. He's going off of that. The one campground.
Yeah.
One over here.
Okay. Let's take a peek at a license then.
Oh, yeah.
Inside here.
Oh. I got 2 right here.
Are they in the water?
Yeah, that one is.
Okay. How many tip-ups are out here right now?
2. I actually need to pick one up because he just left.
Michigan Conservation Officer Chris Lynch is patrolling during the last weekend of January. He's found an angler who is fishing alone, but has 4 lines in the water. He's told CO Lynch that a friend had been fishing with him and left without removing his line. The friend intends to return shortly.
Mind if I just look in here if you want?
Yeah, that's fine. He said he'd be right back. This is his shack.
Okay.
I'm fishing with him.
Are you sure there's...
Here, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
he reeled that up. Do you want me to grab that for you? Or that pull back there?
You go right ahead, I guess. There's...
Yeah, I'll help you go.
Yep.
Thank you.
You guys should get a little taller door, maybe.
Yeah, I know.
So it's... Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't... This wasn't in the water, though.
No, I just picked it up from the corner over there.
All right, well, you can put that back then.
Okay.
So there's only that one right there in the water.
Yeah. Or, no, this one right here. I want to be honest with you.
Is it? Oh, yeah, that's in the water.
I need to pick up that stuff from people's money. Is that okay?
Let me talk with my partner real quick, all right?
Okay, yeah.
How long ago did he leave then?
You just seen him drive.
Yeah, that was him then?
5 minutes ago.
Okay. You're allowed 3 lines, obviously.
Yeah.
He kind of put you in a bad spot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You also got to be in attendance of the lines.
Yeah.
Kind of see that. I get what's going on, but how long do you figure till he's back?
He's just driving to pick up his daughter off at the launch. It's
Vagabond?
Vagabond landing. He's coming right back, but I can pull it up if I know.
Why don't we wait just a minute here and I'll talk with him too, all right?
Okay.
4 lines on attended line type of situation. Oh, 2 in the shack, 2 tip-ups. His buddy left to go pick someone up, kind of put him in a bind. He said there's...
Put him in a bind.
Yeah, kind of.
Has he contacted his buddy already?
No, not yet. I'm just running over to Vagabond, wherever, over there, to pick up their daughter, I guess, so... I don't know, I mean, it's been 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I usually have a 20-minute rule, I guess. I guess if it's that time, then we'll, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if he doesn't want to take it for his buddy, I think that's a pretty easy one to write unattended. Or if he wants to take it, give it to him.
Right.
Because you know he could pull one in if he caught it.
Which line of his is unattended? You know what I mean? Since you said those tip-ups are yours.
One of the lines in there.
Which one is it? Might that be? I appreciate all your cooperation and everything too.
One right there. With the bobber in it.
Alright. Go ahead, reel one of those up then, and...
Yeah. I just didn't want to lie to you about what lines, you know, because, you know, nothing ever comes to a line.
I don't know that you intended to cheat. I don't know that he, you know, intended to do what he did. Do you want to give him a call, perhaps, and maybe get back here if you can?
In this case, for fishing with more than 3 lines, this man pled guilty and paid a court-ordered fine of $175.
All right, so you're cited for just with the fishing the too many lines. I understand. You know, we already went over the whole situation.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, it was a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
So I'll let you 2 work that out, okay?
All right.
So we're all set?
Yeah, I appreciate you guys being working with me. So.
Absolutely.
All right, have a good one.
Have a good one.
The following is an Outdoor Channel original production.
This week on Wardens, Michigan conservation officers in District 3 and 5 monitor users of off-road vehicles during the busy Memorial Day weekend.
Did I run into you before in the field trial areas?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were suspended then too, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to look at a groundbreaking for a unique DNR office in the state's Upper Peninsula.
Wild animals and wild places. They're more than a picture. They're inspiration, excitement, and adventure. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of our great outdoors.
Michigan conservation officers monitor a wide array of outdoor activities beyond enforcement of hunting and fishing regulations. One recreational activity that can keep them busy year-round, but particularly in the spring and summer, is checking on users of off-road vehicles. How and where people are operating ORVs, as well as confirming that drivers have the proper licenses, are the primary things for which COs are on the lookout. Regardless of what time of year it is, conservation officers typically see an increase in activity during holiday weekends. In the state's District 5, Officer Josh Russell is working during the Memorial Day weekend and keeping an eye on ORV use.
chunk of state land here where we have a trail that goes all the way through, but there's some off trails that are bermed off that ORVs aren't supposed to be on. And then we got this hill climb here where ORVs come up and tear the hillside up, ultimately eroding away the hillside and damaging the environment.
While C.O. Russell spends a lot of time monitoring trails and other areas that may be considered typical for off-road vehicles, he also wants to make sure people are being safe by only operating where they're authorized to do so. While driving his patrol truck, he spots an ORV on the shoulder and stops to chat with its occupant.
How's it going? You got new ORV stickers for this? Yes. Okay, where are they at? Okay. Oh, there's a fishing license? Okay. Well, why aren't they on them?
Just taking some time, sorry.
Okay, do me a favor, put them bad boys on there, will you? Okay,
right.
Make sure you're wearing your goggles too, okay?
Right.
Because if you're not wearing them, that's an issue. You got your driver's license on you?
I got an ID.
You got an ID? Do you have a driver's license?
No.
No? Okay. Are you suspended or anything crazy like that?
I shouldn't be.
Okay.
That's a newer one, right?
Okay. All right. Did I run into you before in the field trial areas?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were suspended then too, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you still don't have a driver's license?
It's been years, though.
Okay, well you can't operate one of these without a driver's license.
Really?
I told you that day too. Because you guys were just where that tree had fell, right there on that main trail, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the actual owner of the quad bike.
Okay.
And just never really had anybody stop us.
Well, I talked to you back in the field trial area where you weren't supposed to be with it, right?
That was last season.
Last season, the year before, yeah, so, okay. But yeah, you're not supposed to be operating this. Well, I'll double check, make sure you are suspended, but, okay. All right. Well, do me a favor and put them stickers on here, all right? I'll be right back.
Officer Russell is not the only Michigan CO who is surveilling ORV users. In the state's District 3, Officer Dan Listenfeldt is doing the same thing. He is heading towards a set of power lines where he sees 2 ORVs.
How's it going? So obviously you guys know you can't be in here.
What?
You probably went past 10 no RV signs. Just now. All these red signs that are marked all the way down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this law in Michigan, you can never operate on a power line ever, no matter what. It doesn't even have to be marked closed. Doesn't even have to be marked closed. This one gets hit so bad it's actually a closed RV area also.
Okay.
Where you guys coming from the elbow or up there somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys going back to Clear Lake?
I'm heading to my cabin on Ellison.
Okay. How are you gonna get there? On the other side of the power line?
Yeah.
Okay. Can't be on a power line, all right? You got your ID on you? Okay. You're from around here permanently or from down?
No, I just bought a place up here.
Okay. All right. You're on Ellison, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this yours? Owned to you? All right. Hello. Did you hear what I said over there? Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Any guns, beers in any of these at all? Nothing like that? Okay. All right. You guys just stand by for a second. I'm going to go ahead and pull behind you, okay?
Michigan Conservation Officer Dan Listenfeldt is monitoring users of ORVs during the busy Memorial Day weekend. He's encountered 2 of them being operated along a utility right-of-way, which is a violation.
You guys are both operators of your own motor vehicle here, okay? You have, I don't know who is following who here. It doesn't matter. Both of you can see that there's no ORVs in here. One of you can be the adult and say, nope, can't come down here, okay? So I did the same exact thing for you guys, okay? I'm going to explain it just one time, so listen carefully, okay? You can never operate on a power line utility right-of-way in the state of Michigan. If you open the ORV handbook, it's like one of the first pages says it right on there, okay?
I understand.
With that being said, that is technically ORV trespass, okay? So I can charge you with ORV trespass. When that happens, you can get charged restitution for just operating on here to fix the roads. The utility companies have to pay to fix them when ORVs are on here, okay? Didn't do that. I gave you guys a break on that, okay? I did just write you for ORV closed area to give you a break for the trespass, okay? That's a big break. Trust me when I tell you that, okay?
Won't happen again.
Okay. Here is yours and yours, okay? At the bottom here, you can see the sticker. You have 10 days to contact the Montmorency County Court by that phone number. Okay. Doesn't mean you have to pay it in 10 days. Just contact them, let them know that you're aware of the ticket. Okay. And you're both from downstate, so you don't have to come up for it or anything like that. It's just like the same, like it's kind of like the equivalent of like paying a speeding ticket online or anything like that. Okay, it's the same exact thing.
In this case, for operating their ORVs in a closed area, both of these men pled guilty and paid court-ordered fines of $250.
Don't want this to ruin your guys' weekend, but
not at all.
You're not going the power line
Never
home.
again.
So do you know how to get back without the power? Have you ever done it before? You've always taken the power. Okay.
Yeah, he's.
Okay.
I'm not. He is.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys are all set. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No. Thank you.
Okay. All right. You guys are all set. Have a good weekend.
CO Josh Russell.
Yes, sir. File priors. You can copy, please. I'll be Meredith grade and MA team.
Is also keeping an eye on ORV users during the Memorial Day weekend. In Michigan's District 5, he's encountered an operator who does not have a valid driver's license.
Here's the deal, right? You're not supposed to be driving this thing, right? Okay. And
The Hunter's Paradise I went to up here, I asked them, is that all you need is an ID? And they said, yeah.
well, that's not who the Secretary of State's who you need to contact, all right? They're the ones who get you squared away with that, okay? So it's a misdemeanor to operate this without a valid driver's license, okay? I just wrote you for not having your ORV sticker attached. Civil infraction, non-traffic civil infraction, okay? So just do me a favor. Wednesday at the earliest, call this phone number, right? They'll tell you how to take care of it, all right? Any questions for me?
No, everything's fine, sir. I'm just telling you, that's where I bought my ORV.
I know.
Hunters and...
I know, but they don't know anything about driver's licenses, though. They know how to sell the actual ORV stickers, okay? All right, be safe when you get this thing home, all right? Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
In this case, for not displaying his ORV registration, this man was found guilty and paid a court-ordered fine of $110. Later in the day, Officer Russell notices some off-road vehicles proceeding along the shoulder of a state highway. He stops to talk to these operators.
All like 15 of you guys together?
No.
No, how many guys are there?
I don't know.
You have quads with you too, or just dirt bikes, or?
No, I was just riding down here. This is where I live right here.
Okay, well you can't operate on them roads.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah, on 18, yeah. So how many are with you guys?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Do you know? No. How old are you? 15. You got ORV safety? You got your sticker, but do you have an ORV safety course?
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You got your certificate with you?
No.
You don't? Okay. You got your ID on you?
No, actually, I don't think I do.
Okay.
I don't have my wallet with me.
Okay.
I think it's in the cabin or...
Okay. All right. Wait, do you got your ID with you?
I do.
Okay. So when you took ORV safety, did they mention anything about not operating on M roads? No? You didn't know that? Okay. Well, yeah, these M roads are off limits to ORVs. All right, guys. So I get it. You live right here, right? And you want to go up the trails, but you got to trailer
I was in the ditch trying to just get back to the house here. I didn't know.
You know what? Well, I saw you way up there coming down the hill. So
you know what we did? We all ran out of gas, so we're coming into Hunters.
And you guys didn't even stop at Hunters, though.
Because we're right here.
Seeing you.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. No crazy wants or warrants, nothing out of Texas for dog fighting, anything crazy like that?
No, absolutely not.
No? Okay. All right, guys. Sit tight for me, all right?
All right.
And those other guys aren't with you? Or half of them are, half of them aren't?
Half of them are.
Okay, so they're all stopped at Hunters there to get gas?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they all coming back here, or?
Probably when they seen the lights, hell no.
Well, I don't blame them there, but I just was curious if this is where everyone was headed back to, is all.
No, we were headed to Hunters and then back to over to Harrison area.
Oh, back to Leota stuff, or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, sit tight for me, guys.
The Michigan DNR held a groundbreaking for a new customer service center in the state's Upper Peninsula. This building will be the first of its kind in the state, as it will be entirely constructed of mass timber.
This will be a beautiful showcase building of the Michigan forest products industry. There'll be Michigan wood in this building. We'll be able to have kiosks here. We're going to have Michigan Tech help us with some educational pieces on kiosks so that when people are driving by, whether they're going to Quamanon or wherever in the East UP, they'll be able to stop here and see this building and be like, what is that about? And what is it made of? And how does that work? How does mass timber work?
First, let me tell you what I mean when I say mass timber. I'm talking about an umbrella term for a variety of really big, very strong, engineered wood building construction materials that allow us to build big, multi-story buildings, and even skyscrapers are possible with mass timber, with wood in ways that we've never been able to do before. So using mass timber in buildings enables us to build beautiful buildings more quickly, quietly, and efficiently. And importantly, it also allows us to build sustainably.
Many organizations work together over the course of 5 years to get to the stage of beginning work on this building.
It's been really exciting to work with the DNR with this innovative idea of bringing mass timber to a Department of Natural Resources project. Some of the goals for this project was to consolidate several different divisions of the DNR into one space, and I think we accomplished that pretty well in this new facility.
Standing here next year, roughly this time, we expect to be dedicating this finished building to DNR. And we're very proud to be here today, and we thank you for everyone coming out today. What an incredible turnout.
Regionally sourced mass timber can be cost competitive with traditional building materials. But that's not true on day one. On day one, it costs more. On day one, there's risk and there's learning curves, and those things take more time and more investment. And so it's really great to be here today to see the state of Michigan investing in that, in that development of those supply chains, development of those of that learning.
We just want to really congratulate the DNR on such a fantastic project, all the way from the materials being sourced from Michigan, inspiring architects using natural materials. It's really very exciting, and I hope to be back in the future when we kick off a large manufacturing facility that wants to buy a bunch of raw materials from us. Really, it's very exciting, and I'm looking forward to the building.
In addition to being pleasing to the eye, buildings made of mass timber offer several benefits for the environment.
Wood is half carbon, and so this building represents a vital long-term storage of carbon. And so even on day one, it marks that very significant step to carbon neutrality for Michigan. And as we know, that is vital for all the people in Michigan, across the country and the world, really.
The Newberry building will be the first to use Michigan-sourced red pine and cross-laminated timber panels. And forging this path will result in the certification of the first mass timber product made from this Michigan wood species, showing prospective manufacturers that, yes, we do have wood you can use for mass timber in Michigan. That's a big deal.
If you didn't know, Michigan has the largest state forest system in the country. Most people don't know that. They think the western forests are bigger. Well, guess what? The western forests are federal land, okay? We're talking state forest land. So 4.6 million acres here that we manage in DNR, and then there's 20 million acres total forested in the state of Michigan, which includes, of course, our 3 federal forests as partners that we also work with here in Michigan.
Michigan Conservation Officer Dan Listenfeldt is keeping an eye out for off-road vehicle use during the Memorial Day weekend. While he's driving down a 2-lane road, he spots an ORV that has 2 people on it.
Your subject shows 2 lines, both on.
Hello, how are you guys doing? Good. You can't have 2 people on a quad.
We cannot?
Nope. It
I'm so sorry.
even says so here. It's allowed because they tip so easily with 2 people on them. They're not like anything else. So where are you guys riding from?
Literally like less than.
Where you guys pulled out on the road right there? Okay. All right.
Can we turn around and
Yeah.
go
Do you
right
have your driver's license on you by any chance?
Of course not.
Okay.
I'm
all right.
so sorry.
Go
he
back.
has his though.
No, that's okay. How old are you?
Well, he has his like permit. Though.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. All right. Go back home and we'll call it good. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Sorry about that, but can't do it. So.
Okay.
All right. You guys are all set. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Later in his shift, CO Listenfeldt pulls over an off-road vehicle that was going too fast.
You know what speed limit is for ORVs? 55. 25 miles an hour. Sorry. 25 miles an hour, far shoulder of the road, pretty much where you're riding now. You can't be going down the middle of the road.
Can't have one tire on the I was understanding that.
You can.
Question is, have one tire on the pavement, one on the shoulder.
It's as far over as the shoulder as you can get, but it's 25 miles an hour. How fast do you think you were going? 60 is what I thought. Okay, you got your driver's license on you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh.
Where are you guys coming from?
Yeah, I just taking them for a ride.
Okay.
I live right on Marianne Drive.
I gotcha, okay. All right. Do you got your ORV permits for this and everything?
In the club, I just got it.
All right, so they're not on yet?
No, sir.
Okay, all right.
They're right here.
All right, sounds good. How many ORVs do you own?
3.
3?
2 four-wheelers.
Okay, how many ORVs permits have you bought this year?
Just 2.
Just 2?
Got
Okay.
this one.
Okay, sounds good. Before we leave here, stick them on, okay? We'll be with you in just a second. I'm gonna go ahead and pull behind you though.
Michigan Conservation Officer Dan Listenfelds has stopped the driver of an off-road vehicle who estimated his speed at 60 miles an hour. He was not aware that the speed limit for ORVs is 25. CO Listenfelds cut this man a break and charged him for something other than speeding.
So I wrote you a civil infraction citation for failing to display your ORV permit. Basically, you have one, it's just not on the machine. That's all that the ticket's for, okay? I'm gonna give you a warning on the speed. That is a humongous break. Trust me when I tell you that, okay?
Yes,
it's 25 miles an hour, far shoulder of the road. Obviously, you thought it was 55, so that's fair. I'm gonna give you a break on that, okay? It is 25 as far as you can get, okay? Right, you got 10 days to contact Montmorency County Court by that phone number right there, okay? Doesn't mean you gotta pay it in 10 days. Contact them, let them know you're aware of the ticket, okay? It's just you can take care of it over the phone type thing, okay?
In this case, for the civil infraction of not displaying his ORV sticker, this man pled responsible and paid a court-ordered fine of $80.
So obviously the speed limit on ORV trails is whatever's reasonable. Okay.
But on the shoulder.
When it combines with a roadway, so when it's on the shoulder of the road, it becomes the ORV ordinance, so 25 miles an hour. Okay. Fair?
Okay,
All right. You have any questions?
Nope.
Okay.
Thank
Be
you very
safe tonight.
Approximately 4 counties to the south from where CO Listenfelds is patrolling, Conservation Officer Josh Russell is also working an off-road vehicle patrol in the state's District 5. During the Memorial Day weekend, he stopped 3 ORV users who were driving along a state highway, which is not allowed. These operators are part of a larger group.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to have 2 files with priors and then 1 I need a check for ORV safety, please. All right. So I see you got more people trying to pop out and come across, right, with the group. So this is the deal. I'm not going to sit here all night and babysit and catch everyone coming back who was operating on 18, okay? You guys can let them know they're not supposed to be operating there, okay? No more from here on out, okay? I saw the quad. I'm sure there's more people hiding out in the woods, but I got better things to do than chase people who were just down 18. They're almost home, right? That makes sense? So this is the deal. You both got a citation for operating on them 18. You have a revoked driver's license. You're not supposed to operate that at all, okay? Yeah. Yeah, so if you can't operate a car, you can't operate a snowmobile, you can't operate any sort of ORV, all right? So instead of jamming you up with a suspended license stuff, I just did operate on M18, okay?
When you come out on the 655 down there, it says Meredith.
Yep.
Gas, food, lodging.
Yep.
What's that for people hiking?
No, I get it, I get it.
Well, we know. I know.
Okay, okay. It's not showing that you have ORV safety. Do you have your certificate anywhere? No, so you probably haven't taken it? No? Okay. So do me a favor, go online and take that, all right? Once you're 16, once you're 16, you don't need it, right? But you still need to be supervised, right? Okay, so just make sure you do it so that we can operate, okay?
How much is this ticket?
So it's going to be, the range for those are, I believe, 50 to 500. Your first time offense will be middle to lower end. Each court's different though, okay? So do me a favor, within 3 to 14 days, Wednesday at the earliest, there's a phone number on that sticker. Call the court, you can take care of the older phone through the mail, okay? No, it doesn't bind you up with driving privileges, nothing crazy like that, just simply for operating on M road when you're not supposed to, okay?
No points?
No points, nothing like that, okay? So your insurance won't go up, it's non-traffic, okay? So it won't mess anything like that. But, so when they start coming across, make sure you go, hey, because you guys ran, we got hit, right? So spread the news that they're not supposed to be on there. I get that may be deceiving to people down there, that sign pointing to the gas, but you can go across Meredith Grade, take the snowmobile trail and get to the gas station, okay? So there's still a way to get there.
In this case, for operating off-road vehicles on a highway, both men in this group were found guilty. They each paid a court-ordered fine of $150.
Just be safe, guys. And like I said, when they start filtering in, let them know, all right? Because next time, I know where they're hiding now, right? So just stay off 18. It's for your guys' safety is what it is. There's a lot of traffic, okay? So, all right. Well, have a better weekend, fellas, and enjoy the bikes the rest of the week. All right. Besides, you obviously know you can't drive it now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Just get that taken care of so you can ride it. You can drive a boat, but that's about all you can drive right now.
Okay.
All right.
Good enough.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
The following is an Outdoor Channel original production.
This week on Wardens, Michigan conservation officers in District 9 keep an eye on deer hunters during the busy firearm season.
We're not getting off on a good foot. Let's start this over. A lot of times we'll ask questions we already know the answers to, all right?
And to look at some training for some of the state's hunter safety instructors to help them accommodate hunters who are disabled.
Your only limitation is ones you put on yourself.
Wild animals and wild places. They're more than a picture. They're inspiration, excitement, and adventure. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of our great outdoors.
Michigan's firearm deer season starts on November 15th and ends the last day of November. It's a busy time of year for the state's conservation officers and brings a lot of people to the woods statewide. After opening day, the next busiest days for hunters to be out are usually on the weekends. In Michigan's District 9, Sergeant Chris Maher and Officer Joe Deppen are working on the first weekend of the firearm deer season.
Lasso were there to find him.
They are at a truck stop and heading to a tree stand with which they are already familiar. They quietly navigate their way from the blacktop of the truck stop to the woods towards a tree stand.
It's just weird, it's wide open, and so...
Well, like I said, you don't even have to worry about the woods guy. The only guy we're worried about is that guy, but we'll see him before he sees us.
Yeah, should. Okay, it's going back there. I was just thinking of these tracks from this morning.
They are looking for some hunters who they believe are hunting where they don't have permission to be. They're also already aware of a deer that was killed on this property.
The camera missed the other guy in 5 seconds who's in the climber. I'm gonna see, it's a 5-second window. I'm gonna see if the next guy's branched off and got in the climber. Let's go that way. Good, unload your weapon and come on down. I can talk to my partner for a minute.
You know what property you're on?
I believe maybe the truck stops.
Do you have permission to be here?
No, I don't.
Okay. I know you're supposed to have permission when you're on some land.
Well, when they were building it, the superintendent and I guess the owner, I briefly talked to him. Never really brought it up, but he said he didn't really care about what was going on back here because he was making his money there.
Okay. What about the no trespassing signs and everything you went by the other day?
I didn't go by nothing.
Okay.
Well, at least you walked by one. It's over there in the grass. Which way did you come in?
Straight back here.
Straight back here? Did you come past those 2 oak trees in the brick wall?
Yes.
Okay, there's no signs there?
I didn't see no.
Okay. All right, any other firearms on you?
No, sir.
Okay, do you have your ID and hunt licenses on you?
It's at my house.
So you're hunting with no licenses either?
Well, yeah, I walked out of the house this morning and thought I had it all until I got here, but I can provide it to you at my house.
Where's your house?
Straight that way.
Okay, no driver's license at all either?
Nothing on me, no, sir.
Okay. All right, start walking out.
This man acknowledges that he's hunting property that's owned by the truck stop. He says he didn't go past any no trespassing signs on his way to the stand.
Is that your climber as well?
Yeah.
Has anybody you've been with shot any deer back here?
No, sir.
Not that I know of, sir. No.
Well, not that I know of is not a no.
All right, hang on. Let's start this over. A lot of times we'll ask questions we already know the answers to, all right? We're not getting off on a good foot, and I don't want you to lie to me anymore, all right? Shot any deer back here? I'll ask you again.
Well, there wasn't one shot back here, but it ran back here.
Okay.
It was shot right there on my tree line.
On your tree line? And you loaded it up and you had it on your quad about right here. Hey.
It ran back here, yes. Yeah, we came and got it.
So you shot it on your tree line over there, that ladder stand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, back corner, yes.
In the back corner? Okay, let's go walk to that ladder stand.
Okay.
When did you shoot that deer?
I didn't. It was a friend of mine.
A friend of yours shot the deer?
Yes, sir.
What day was that?
Gun or bow? Oh, I think he shot it November 5th. Wasn't too sure on the shot itself.
All right, stop 1 second. Look to your left. That's sign number 1.
I can't see it.
Michigan Conservation Officer Sergeant Chris Maher and Officer Joe Deppen are talking to a hunter on the opening weekend of the state's firearm deer season. They found him in a tree stand and questioned him about a deer that had been recovered on this property earlier in the season.
Can you take it back to the ladder stand first, please?
So where was the deer when you shot it?
Probably moseying right through, coming right up in this. They'll run on either side of the tree line either way, you know. It depends on whatever they come out of over there or whatnot.
Okay. What's going on with that?
It's a salt block.
It's bait.
Is it considered bait?
It is considered bait. How long has that been out here?
Probably bought it way back in September.
So it's been out since September?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, salt is considered bait. You can't shoot deer coming in your bait. You also can't bait at all in Lower Peninsula. So there's a couple other issues. Was this here when he shot that 8-point? You said it's been here since September, so.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you have any pictures of the 8-point after you guys recovered it on the 6th? That one there. So you shot it high in the neck?
Yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't too sure about the shot. That's kind of why we let it lay. Didn't want to jump it.
Is that him with the next photo there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And we found it. If you walk straight back to where you guys got me,
yep,
it ran just on the other side of this huge thicket, and it collapsed.
And then collapsed?
That's where we ended up finding it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go to your house real quick.
That's the only deer that you guys have shot or that's went back there that you either shot or retrieved back there.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
100%.
100%. I have no reason. I mean, whatever. You know, I'm called.
Right now, you're being honest.
Well, I mean,
tracking.
It is what it is, right, guys?
Right.
I mean, I can't change nothing.
Right on.
It is what it is.
All right, cool. Let's go up there. We'll follow you.
Go ahead and give a call. Let's see if he can make his way over here real quick, and I'll bring the deer that was shot over here as well. Just the rack. He doesn't need the whole body. If it's processed out, bring the meat, but you need to bring the rack over here as well so we can take a look at it.
I think he probably took it to a taxidermist.
Took it to a taxidermist? Okay. If he took it to a taxidermist, we need to know which taxidermist.
We're at my place, my house. All right, let's see a little bit.
This man called his friend to come meet them.
All right. So the issues we got, the bait and the trespass. So that's what we're dealing with. As far as Mr. What's that?
In the field without the kill tags.
As well.
When I got in the stand this morning, I was ready to blow back down that thing and run back up because I started patting myself down. And
you had the opportunity.
I know. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. You know, and my wife washed my pants. So what she did was she goes through my pockets because I never do. She ripped it out and threw it on my desk. So this morning when I get dressed in the basement, one thing led to another.
You tell her stop washing your hunting pants anyway.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, she washed it in that detergent-free, whatever, blah, 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 you know, so.
No licenses on person, no deer kill tags on person. The bait over that stand and then the trespass. I mean, they've been continually putting up signs and they've been getting ripped down. And so then they put up a camera, Love's Truck Stop did, and that's how we got you guys every time you went in and out. So they took all the proper measures to try to tell you guys to stay out, and you didn't stay out.
You know that path that goes right along the wall there to Love's, from your property to Love's? Right here.
Along the brick
By the
wall.
cement wall?
Yeah. They had caution tape and everything up there.
I never seen none of that.
Does anybody else hunt back there besides you two, you, Mr. Okay, because the only people we got on camera is you guys.
Yeah, well, that tells you.
All
You
right.
know what I mean?
Well, then you'd have to think that you would have had to go right past all that caution tape and no trespassing
I
signs.
don't know if, I mean, I never tore nothing down. I don't think that he would have torn anything down, because I think he would have told me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I do know that this neighbor here, I know they wander on over too, so I can't tell you, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't know when they did it. I don't know. I've never personally seen it, so I can't say that, you know, I don't know.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to issue the citation for the no license on person and the rug trespass. I'm going to give you a break on the bait. Okay, so I'm not going to write you for the bait.
Okay,
So
I'm going to go get it right now.
well, after we finish up here,
Yeah,
you can
absolutely.
do it.
Yeah.
But
I'm just letting you know it's going to be out of there. I was going to go get it before you guys came back, but
okay. Yeah, clean it up, and then once it's clean, it's gone. Then obviously you can hunt your own property. As far as going back to Love's, you can't go past your property line. I mean, they're saying no trespassing, they're posting it properly. They obviously don't want you back there. Okay, so I'm gonna write this up. We're gonna wait for Mr. I'll issue you the citation, then we'll talk to him as well, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you.
In this case, for not having his hunting license with him while he was hunting, this man pled guilty and paid a court-ordered fine of $110. For the charge of recreational trespass, he also pled guilty and paid an additional fine of $200.
As soon as Mr. gets here and we finish up with him, I'll return your firearm to you. I'm not gonna seize it. I'm just gonna document it and return it to you.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. That's another break that he gave you, because technically you guys should have taken it.
Could. Same thing with the ORV that went back on the state land. ORV trespass, you can seize it and tow it. But we're not doing that either.
I'm going to put this right in the wallet, too.
Okay. Do you have any questions about the citation or anything?
Pretty cut and dry, man.
Okay.
It is pretty cut and dry.
Shortly after CO Deppen issues the citations to the first hunter, his friend arrives at the scene.
Officer Deppen, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good. We're going to talk to you about the deer that was taken on the 5th and that recovered on the 6th. So, actually, we already talked with him. He's in the back ladder stand there.
I was back farther.
You're back farther? So you were onto the Love's Truck Stop piece? Okay. Were you sitting on a tree? Were you in a stand? Or
In a tree stand.
were you in the climber? Were you in his stand that he was standing in?
Yeah.
Okay, so you shot it then and then didn't get a good shot. You recovered it the following day?
Correct.
Okay.
I didn't know what my shot was, so I didn't want to push it.
Okay. You shoot a bow or gun?
Bow.
Okay. Neck?
Yeah.
Okay. So the issue with being back there is that's Love's Truck Stop property. It's been posted. It's been repeatedly posted.
I never saw a post.
Well, that being said, there's still signs that are up there, even walking in there. Even when we talked with him today, there's signs back there. There were signs in the trees. And number two, Love Truck Stop put up a camera, so every time you guys went in and out of there, they got you loading up on the deer on the back of the red quad and everything. That's how we know it got taken out. And so what I need from you is I need to get that deer. Because it was taken while trespassing, so it makes the deer illegal. So do you have the rack with you, or is it the taxidermist?
It's a taxidermist.
Which taxidermist? Do you got a card for deer, or you guys, where's he at? He's up in Fargo? Yeah. Okay. Do you have your ID and your hunting licenses on you?
The Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, was signed into law in 1990. It prohibits discrimination against people with disabilities in several areas, including public accommodations for people with disabilities by state and local governments. In addition to ADA being the law, the Michigan Department of Natural Resources strives to abide by ADA because it's the right thing to do. One step the DNR takes to improve in this area is to offer ADA education to instructors who teach hunters safety. One piece of advice for how to interact with someone who has a disability is to behave like a child.
Don't be afraid to interact and talk to people with disabilities. Actually, the way that this class started, we kind of talked about, somebody said, well, what if I have a question and I don't know how to approach a person with a disability? Is it okay to say this? And I made the comment, children are always the most fun and interactive because they'll come right up next to you and say, what's wrong? I wished adults sometimes would take that cue instead of kind of just walking by with their nose in the air, to where sometimes, you know, adults, they act like you don't even exist. Kids will come right up and ask questions.
People who have certain disabilities have a hard time getting out into certain weather. So, you know, we have those early hunts, the weather is usually a little bit nicer. You know, if you're in a wheelchair, it might be hard to get out into snow or cold temperatures. Somebody with a spinal cord injury might have trouble regulating their body temperature, so they can't sit out into the, you know, in the cold too long. So that makes it more accessible for them. Also, if somebody's hunting from a standing vehicle, you might not want them driving through while you're sitting at your spot to hunt, because that's how they hunt, is from a standing vehicle. So it gives them an opportunity to get their hunting done without disturbing, you know, your hunt.
For someone who is recently disabled, it can be a tremendous challenge to learn what kind of help is available.
Look, I get it. When I was first injured 20 years ago, I didn't want to go down to the mailbox to get the mail anymore. I didn't want people to see a broken, handicapped person with disabilities anymore when I was a strong, you know, college-level soccer player. So the first and foremost, I think you need to stop with excuses and maybe realize there is life after this. There is life after an injury or a disability. You have to figure out kind of what you want to get into, whether that is the outdoors or hunting and fishing, recreation. We have the modifications that help you facilitate and do that again.
The Michigan DNR also offers unique hunting seasons with a few different hunting regulations for hunters with disabilities. Two of these hunts are the Liberty Hunt and the Independence Hunt. Occasionally, there are complaints and myths about these hunts that the DNR would like to dispel.
Some of the myths that are out there, you know, are they're going to take all the deer. You know, if they get to shoot the bucks before we do, then they're not going to be any left. And if you looked at the Independence Hunt, the number of bucks that were taken was roughly 250. So if we times that for the Liberty Hunt, times it by 2, that's about 500 bucks for the early hunt. Now, if you add up all the bucks for the regular firearm season itself, there was about 95,000 bucks shot. So really 500 out of the 95,000, I think there's quite a few bucks left for everybody to get.
Are you going to get back to doing what you were doing before? Yeah, you can, but it just might look differently, and I think that's what's important for people to realize. You can hunt. It might look different than hunting was before, but you can still hunt. You can still fish. Next weekend, we're going out bow fishing on Lake Erie. You know, I've done things after my accident that I never had experienced before my accident. Scuba diving, skydiving, rock climbing. These are things that I never did before my accident that I'm doing now. So it's your only limitation is kind of the ones you put on yourself, and especially that's amplified after a disability.
Michigan Conservation Officer Sergeant Chris Maher.
It's much easier for you to cooperate as you did.
Well, absolutely. I mean, at this point, boys, I ain't got nothing to hide.
And Officer Joe Deppen are working on the first weekend of the state's firearm deer season.
I didn't go past any no trespassing signs.
I mean, there's even some that are torn down that lay in the grass.
The white ones?
Yeah.
They've been there for 20 years. I never went past them.
Well, I didn't even say they were white, so you know where they're at.
Yeah, they're the only ones back there.
Yeah, and they say no trespassing.
I never went past them.
Well, that being said, why would he say you shot it from the stand over there with a salt block over it?
Well, as far as he knew, I was going over there, but he also knew I had stands back there. But they're not beyond the no trespassing signs.
So all the no trespassing signs that were on the corner of those two oak trees and the safety tape, all that stuff, you never saw any of that?
No.
Okay.
I don't live here. I just pop in and go hunt. I never saw any signs.
Okay.
I figured this $1 million freaking guy that owns this gas station doesn't give two about this little piece of woods.
Well, if he didn't give a two about it, he wouldn't post it regularly.
Well, there was never any signage.
So did you walk that trail on the way in? So the same trail that you came on the RV, there's either white sign still laying in the grass. It still says no trespassing.
Yeah,
whether you see it or not.
That was in the trees.
So you did see it?
Yeah, they're in the trees. They're not on this property.
It's on the property that you were hunting. Even like if you were in the stand, there's signs all behind you.
If I rip a sign off and stick it on a state game property, then you can't go past it because there's a sign there?
If you go past it, it's
somebody ripped that sign off and stuck it there.
Okay.
Some other hunter that's pissed off because we're back there.
Well, it's not another
person.
hunter. It's
Somebody
property owner. It's the company.
The gas station doesn't know anything about that property.
Well, they know
Why
enough
would
to
they
have it.
know?
They're the ones who posted it, and they're the ones who put up the camera.
Yeah, somebody was calling them.
Okay.
Somebody had to call them.
Okay, do you have your ID and your driver's license on you?
Sergeant Maher and CO Deppen started this encounter by walking quietly onto the property to locate a tree stand about which they were already familiar. They found a hunter and proceeded to issue him citations for recreational trespass and hunting without a license. Despite receiving citations, the first hunter encouraged his friend that arrived later to cooperate with the officers.
All I can say for these two gentlemen is that they are very, very, very decent people, man. And
well, I'm not.
I know. We're all hot-headed, and yeah, absolutely. But just give them what they need, and they are very.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight about it. I'm just giving my 2 cents.
Absolutely.
That's all.
I just didn't want anything to escalate because, I mean, after the situation, they did me okay. They could have done way worse.
Oh, I totally understand. I'm not arguing.
In this case, this man was determined to be guilty of trespassing and paid a court-ordered fine of $1,000 in restitution to the state for the 8-point buck he shot on property where he wasn't allowed to be. His hunting privileges were also revoked for a year. The rack from the deer was seized, and the venison from the deer was donated to a family in the area.
I appreciate you cooperating with us. Like I said, you got to clean up the bait.
Yep, I already got it.
Put it out of there.
Yep.
And then you need to go back in there, get your stands out of there. I'm not.
Okay, now are we allowed to go do that without any further?
Yes.
Do we need you boys there, or can we just go while me and him's here today and go get out of
Just
there?
make sure you no firearms, unarmed. Clear all your stuff out of there, the climber and the stand, and then bring it back across. We're not going to go back in there right to that.
Okay.
So,
okay. Just so, I mean, if they see us back there today,
we'll let them know that you're going to go back there to clean out all your gear.
Good enough for us. Thank you.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Sir. Thank you.